All right, we're trying to start streaming. Connection. Wonderful. Hey, welcome to the stream. If you're looking to invest in real estate, analyze multifamily deals, and are specifically interested in the North Jersey market, you're in the right place. My name's Gal Cohen. I'm a full-time real estate investor and agent, and I specialize in multifamily properties in North New Jersey. I'm always looking for deals with good cap rates, good cash flows, or value add opportunities. What I like to do is run through some of the things that hit the market recently. Um, so let's get that started. Perfect. Okay, so I first saw that this two-family property hit the market. It's located in Lodi. It's a pretty good town. I like that they listed at 580, and let's take a look at it. We can run a quick analysis to see if this would be a good property from an investment perspective. Let's take a look at this property. Not too bad. Looks a bit weathered. I wonder if you could just clean the siding rather than replacing it. Oh, pretty nice sized lot. With Lodi, we have to double check to make sure it's not in a flood zone. Okay, so they paved a good amount, which is great for maintenance and parking. And there's no internal pictures. Okay, so conditions up in the air. They're probably so they're both units are not vacant, so there's tenants in place. Let's run comps to see what we think market is, um, and see if this can make sense. Let's see. Flood, not in a flood zone. Good. Utility, separate electric, separate gas, separate heat, separate water. Wonderful. Okay. Large lot. Love to see it. Okay. Taxes are great for a bigger lot. Usually, that's what happens. Usually, if you have a bigger lot, taxes are could go significantly, higher, which makes sense. But 2 units, and the list price was 580, 579. All right, so we don't know what the current gross market rent is, but what we can do is look up 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in Lodi and kind of get a feel for where um, where they would be able to be leased at. Oh wow, and there's 70 matches for active and leased rentals in Lodi, which is awesome. You want to see a strong rental market in any property you're looking at. However, your rental needs to stand out. So there's more competition. There's more renters, but also there's more competition. Okay, so 1 bedrooms are from. Oh, so there's some very expensive 1 bedrooms. Oh, it's an entire house. Never mind. Let me change the criteria. 2 families specifically. We can do a multifamily also, or an apartment. Oh, still a lot, the majority of them. Yeah, but the house one isn't here anymore. Okay. No pictures. 2 days on the market. Wow, 2,800. Wanted to see what 2 family, fully renovated. Okay. So a fully renovated 26, 25, 23. And we're successfully connected again. Wonderful. You guys, we got disconnected. Um, okay, looking at what 1800 in red Lodi is looking like. Three pictures. Okay, you're gonna renovate it. I think 1850. Is this renovated or no? Let's see. Well, if we're saying 24 for the two bedroom, I'm okay with 19 for the one bedroom. Maybe a little more. See what the numbers. I would, even if we're fully renovating, I want to price right at market, just a little bit below. We need to be a little conservative here. Other income, there's a lot of parking, which is great. Let's just do $200. Taxes. Repairs means probably, yeah. I'm gonna fully renovating the property, so it shouldn't be okay, 2,000. And then are we gonna take the word all utilities are super separate? Separate electric, separate gas, separate heat, separate water. There wouldn't be anything else for the landlord if both is rented. So I mean I'll zero this out, but should be an asterisk here. We should confirm that if this is a move. Um, not too bad, not too bad. So we're talking about a cap rate that's almost 7%. Um, monthly cash flow of $3,250. I don't know. And the purchase price is 580, which is right pretty attractive. Um, this looks like a pretty good deal. 8 cap, conservative rental assumptions, fair rental assumptions. If let's say you can come in with cash and maybe make an offer of 550, that changes things. Yeah, then it's a 7 cap, pretty conservative rentals. Again, you have to double check, make sure that utilities are actually fully separate, because that can quickly add $2,000 per year, if not more. Um, okay, cool. Yeah, it's a good property. I do like Lodi. I think the last thing we want to do is just confirm with the flood situation. It's called Central Street, so it should be kind of in the center, right? Let's see. Okay. Area that's determined to be outside the. Cool. Looks like a good property. Let's go to the next one. As always, if you want to take this property in person, you want to discuss this property or any others, feel free to send me a message on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. Those are places I usually hang out. So let me know. It looks like a good deal. But next up, we have a two-family in Lyndhurst. I like Lyndhurst, it's a great town. 49 Lake Street. See, Lake Street sounds great, right? Lake Ave, Lake Street, whatever. Um, but in today's world, it always makes me think of water. Like how, so is there a lake nearby, and how close is it? Should we be worried? What happens if it rains a lot? Um, or we have floods, slash will actually flood. Let's see. I'll just take a look at that. You know, a lot of people, specifically will never invest, will never even look at a property that's in a flood zone. The thing that I think is very important to remember, flood zones, they change. Nothing is static. It's 2 units. Its price is 8.5. And in reality, from an investment point of view, you'll have to pay for flood insurance if it is in a flood zone, but that's just potentially another. It really has to make sense for that to work. As long as the numbers line up, it could be an expense. Now that could actually go up significantly over time. Because just as the situation as it is now, but we have to have a holistic approach to analyzing its properties. Okay, so I like this one because it was big. So it's 7 total bedrooms, and the rent's in place. And on its face, it doesn't look too bad. 2 bedrooms for about 500, 3 bedrooms for almost 700. Taxes, it looks pretty good. Can justify the 8.25 price, which is a little higher. There's no internal picture, so this is the only picture they gave us. Some decent condition. The market rents, I'm assuming it's going to be near market condition. So, which is great. Let's see, two. So we're at 2450 plus 3650. 6,100, that's not bad. Not too shabby. Let's see if they mentioned anything else, any garage spots or anything like that. Separate electric, separate gas, separate heat. There's a deck and patio in the UCR, and they have not told us anything else. Okay. So we're going to assume that owner pays for a wire. Also, flood zone is not a flood zone. So no other income. Property taxes we said was 11,583. Let's see, charging. Always tech stuff. Battery status. Plugged in. Cool. Okay, awesome. So property taxes, we got that. Insurance, we can do 2,000. Repairs, we'll do 2,000 also. Utilities, yeah, we'll keep that the same. Okay, we're making some assumptions here. We have to confirm. Wow. So that's not too bad. A cap rate of almost 7% at asking, and come in with cash, let's say, get a $25,000 discount. We're at a 7 cap. It's really not bad for the town. Lyndhurst. Let's see, let's make sure it's not in a flood zone, but this looks like a pretty good deal as well. Yeah, it's called Lake Ave, but it's not close to the Pacific River, which is good. Awesome. We're also not too far from the train station. That's a big benefit. It makes it so easy to go into Manhattan. Very cool. All right, if you want to tour this property in person, you want to run through some numbers, either this property or any other, shoot me a message. I hang out in Instagram, LinkedIn, and then also on YouTube. Any messages, I'll respond to it. Uh, um, I, my expertise lies in North Jersey multifamily real estate, but real estate as in the U.S. kind of we can run an analysis as long as there's comps. That's what I always like to say. Okay, and let's go to the next one. Oh, so this one was interesting because it's in Newark. And I thought, wow, they're asking 1.1 and a half, right? So almost 1.2 for a multifamily property in Newark, New Jersey. Um, let's see. So it's a three family, which is great. Um, I'm not too familiar with Newark specifically, but I am interested in multifamily properties in New Jersey, and Newark falls into that space. Let's see what they're saying. Let's get the pictures first. It looks like New York construction. It looks like it's was built within the last 10 years or so. On a nice block. Okay. Water heaters, 2018. Okay. I wonder if that's when the entire property was built. Or, it's definitely on water. Um, Notice that they didn't have any pictures of the kitchens, which is it's a bit telling. Interesting. So I'm going to take it as well maintained, but I'm not updated. And I wonder if the rents actually reflect that. But regardless, 1.15 is very high. Um, let's run the numbers. Let's say maybe I'm wrong. Let's look at markets. Because if there's upside potential, well, we have to record everything. It could be said at 8 price point. So, three minutes. Let's press exactly how they. I'll just okay. So there's 10 place and 1600, 1950, 1950. So we got 1950 times 2, 1600. So it's producing 5,500 per month. And there's separate electric, separate gas, separate heat, but not separate water, which I mean, usually that's the case. Let's just take a look, see if there's like a garage or driveway. There's two spots. Oh, there's two garage. Awesome. Okay. So I don't know if they rent it out right now, but I would say there's definitely market in that location for garage. So right now, let's just put 100. Let's say 100 per garage. Probably tax dollars goes to 11,000, 12,816. insurance, 1,000 repairs and maintenance. It shouldn't be too high because, but I guess right now, let's keep it at 3,000. Let's keep this. I think we'd be able to lower utilities, but it's just water. Another year would equal another $1,000. Also, church should be 1,000, but so in place, it's a 4 count. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. It didn't look like such a deal. The price seems really high. What I do first is take a look at other sold family houses in New York and maybe control for the year it's built. As long as we know that for the tax type. Let's see. I'm happy to control for that. In 2000s. Okay, let's see if we can find the exact. Just look at those. Whether they work on these. So, let's all look at 3 family properties. Okay. So year built. Let's do 2010, 20s. Actually, sold in the last 100 days. So there was a property that sat on the market. It was sold. I think the map might be the best here. I think the work with Joe said, so these big cities, we want to look at the specific neighborhood. Let's see if we can find one that we just analyzed. I'm guessing it's here. Guessing it's this one. Yeah. It's right iron. Okay. Close to transportation. And this would be the company looked at, I guess. Let's see what it actually sold for. Stay on the market. Okay, so sold at about with 3 bedrooms, which I think is bigger than the. Yeah, we're looking at. Interesting. It was 13 days on the market. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it means that you never know, right? Still not there. And all were vacant. All vacant units. It implies the price. Taxes are higher. Um, so next step, we have to look at market rents. Like this property is diamond in the rough, or that's what they're claiming. That rents are currently it's a place where rents are below market. And you can justify $4 million offer for a three-family New York. Let's see. Residential rental. So work these two beds, and those three beds. There's the situation there. There it goes. There's 5 lots. Okay. And there's a little bit of light room. Two beds. Lots of benches. Wow. Oh. Okay. Let's see what we're looking at. Maybe it's something like that as well. I don't have any asset I can load. So if we look at the Ironbound specifically, let's see this only active in 180 days. Right, so 600 for 2 baths. It's already taking the Ironbound. We got it for 26. That's great. Okay. I'll just go back to that. These guys 2,000 for 3 bedroom bath. 400 2 beds. So we're a little market, let's say. That's pretty close. So 1950 is definitely below. Okay. Let's say you got 25 for 3 bedrooms and 19 for 500 plus. That's 1900 for 2 bedrooms, so probably require some renovating. We're up to 6.9 base with other income, and we're going to bump up the parking garage to 25 each. And 75 each. Mid 6 at 1 million. Still not crazy. It's definitely better. Let's see. The 1.5 I had. 1. Yeah, not killer deal. And also, I mean, I guess I wanted to make a point about appreciation in Newark, but we can clearly see there's properties that sell for over $1 million in Newark. Granted, they're probably some of the best properties in the area, meaning they were pretty recently, and they drive the highest rents probably in the area. But outside of maybe some luxury high rises, but it seems like there's definitely some appreciation in, over time in Newark because these are very, very high. We have accounts to justify $1 million selling price for a three-family in New York, which is wonderful. Um, let's say something happens. Let's say that the seller needs to get it sold ASAP and wants to accept the fastest offer that he gets to the whole table. Because somebody comes in with $950 cash, then with market rents at a little bit more aggressive because they're fully renovated, then we're at about a 7 cap, which is very healthy. I think originally I thought that they priced it way too high. After running through the numbers, it looks pretty fair. It really does. Cool, awesome. If you want to quote this one or talk about it, if you have any questions or reply to something specific, if you disagree with my analysis, let me know. Always learning. I love doing this. I've changed my approach a couple times over the years, but yeah, interested in any kind of feedback. You can always put me on LinkedIn, on YouTube comments, or Instagram. Let's get to the next one. Waldwick. So Waldwick is a town I'm not too familiar with. It's I believe pretty rural for Maryland. It might be close to New York State. Let's see. Right. Okay. So just north of very dense area. I thought it was actually further north, but it seems just north of Focus. But it's a good area. Let's see what the rental market is like. It's interesting. Let's look at the property first, I guess. Interesting. Just let's see what's happening. I like the property. It gives you a lot of optionality. It lets you renovate it or immediately, or one units. There's a lot of options. This drop ceiling. The hardwood floor is actually in pretty good condition. The radiators may need to be replaced. Maybe put in basements. So cool. I wonder if there's hardwood under this carpet. Okay, so the bathroom is in like decent condition, just very old. It's dated. Okay. Well, to make sure your inspection is thorough, I'm going to say So looking in the bathrooms. Nice living room. Yep. Big kitchen. Yeah, you could have a full, you could have a dining table. Yeah. I'm guessing they had some carpet in the living room of the other unit, and they tore it up. And so it was to show that there's carpet floors, which is great. Wonderful. We have a basement. I don't think we saw any pictures of the basement. That was on purpose. It's a beautiful house. So this is one of my clients. It really reminds me of a property that I helped buy in Salvador, yeah, New Jersey. Also, it was a small two-family. Originally, I think he planned on, the units, and then it's changed for that to be uh, close to Manhattan. It just didn't work out. But now, there's a- cool. Okay, so what's it have to face? Interesting. Yeah, that's I will look up if the police person. Yep, so that makes it. So we have a two unit with the list price of 700K. Currently fully vacant. So after renovating, we should be able to get a nice market rent. Based on the layout, you can improve it on bedrooms. That depends on the lot. Residential rent, please. That's right. I want to see two bedrooms. One for bath. Wow. So, without any further, any other criteria, there were only 7 active and leased in the past 180 days, which tells you that there aren't, the rental market isn't as strong as two bedrooms as in the bigger cities like Newark and obviously further Wellington, Lyndhurst. Uh, okay, and it seems like the days of the market is what we have to lease a house. So we'll, just max was 2,900. Let's take a look at 900. Well, that's for sure. Fully renovated, very nice, clean. Oh, I think they said they're hookups. Also, is there a basement? Oh, heating is oil. We had seen that. Okay. Did they mention it? They did not mention it. Okay. Maybe that's why it shows a picture of the basement. Remember that? Let's see what they say here. Well, it's up to definition of accuracy. Okay. So there's a washer and a dryer. I think that's all the W and D stuff. But they don't mention anything. Interesting. Okay. So utilities just separate electric or made for the one oil tank. Okay. So if this is above ground oil tank, I feel a lot more comfortable. If it's below ground, I have to make sure, especially the property is vacant, we have to make sure it's operation and that there's no spillage, there's no leakage. There's a rumor situation in which a property with contaminated oil tank, the cost to remediate was actually worth. It ended up costing the owner more, but the property was actually worth. So it's the owner's responsibility to make sure there's no contamination. So that's a red flag. Or maybe a yellow flag. Definitely do more research. If you want to see this property in person, investigate it. Let me know. You can go check it out. But that's good to know. Rents are pretty solid. I mean, for 2 beds, around 2,000 makes sense. 2,200, I'd be comfortable with it after a reservation. Yeah, let's do 2222, and then 44,400. Other income, just a car garage. Let's say it's a good area. Let's do 50 per garage. And also, maybe we can get the basement to the units, unless that's where all of the laundry is. Property taxes, it didn't seem too high actually. Yeah, $9,000 is great. I think because the structure is pretty small. Maybe the lot size is small. But when we're running analysis like this, lot size isn't that important. Especially if it helps with taxes. It can still make a lot of sense. Okay, so insurance 2,000, repairs and maintenance 2,000, maybe even lower because we're going to do full renovation, and then utilities. So just because there's an oil tank, let's do 3,000. A little bit more cushion there. Insurance, I don't know if insurance is safe. It might not be. It might actually go up as well. So, okay, so it's almost a 7 cap. Sorry, almost a 6 cap. 5.77% with a monthly cash flow of 3,366. So the property, it probably doesn't make sense for a pure investment play. Now, if you have kids and want to get into the school system of this town, and you want to subsidize the rent, that could be the move. But it's only 2 bedrooms, so one child, maybe 2 young kids, you may be able to be comfortable with it. Maybe if you finish the basement, make it some more living area. That is a possibility, especially because it looks like the utility room and separate back is separate. So that could be the move. Let's see this property in person. I want to get a gut feel. Investigate the basement. Let me know. Leave a comment in YouTube. Find me on Instagram. Find me on LinkedIn. That's usually where I like to hang out. All right. Well, let's get to the next one. Okay. So this was new on the market, $850 for a big 2-family in Harrison, New Jersey. Let's see. Harrison has a strong rental market, lots of multi-family properties. Yeah, this property looks nice. Looks like it was built in the 90s. Very hardwood floors throughout, which they bolstered bathroom, but they didn't refresh it. That's something. This is a good amenity. But they didn't do anything with tiles with the bath. And refreshed kitchen. I wonder if it was stone or formica. Yeah, it looks like they have stone, which is nice. Okay. Tiles. I wonder if these are old cabinets or new cabinets as well. Actually, they look pretty new. This bathroom was completely renovated. Subway tile, modern. Finished basement. I wonder if there's gonna be more pictures, but it looks like there's a little kitchen area. Finished basement. That's excellent. Love to see it. Oh, just and the dining room. Wow. Oh, great. And the full bathroom in the basement as well. Okay. So it looks like it's a two-family and a three-family. Welcome to the view that maintains two-family home with Park Harrison. Both floors feature a living room, dining room, kitchen, 3 bedrooms, and 1 bath. The second floor unit was fully renovated in 2024 with stainless steel appliances and quartz countertop. The ground level basement features a family room, bonus room, laundry area, and full bath. Nice sized backyard for hosting family and friends on warm days. Short distance to New York City, Harrison Path train, Arena Highway Shopping More. House will be delivered vacant. Cool. All right, Harrison, with the 2.5 family. So in these interesting situations, um, we can't run numbers as if it was a 3-family. You just, unless you get a variance, which is expensive and time and takes time, you have to work with the town. You'll never be able to rent out the unit by itself. Now, what I like to do is just for simplicity, take a look at, you know, so basically it'll fall somewhere between a 2 bedroom and additional bedrooms. So if it's a 3 bedroom with a bonus apartment, you can probably look at 4 bedrooms as comps, but maybe not the highest amount. So 3 units, we're going to keep it at 3 units. Listing price, I think it was 850. Which is what I like to see. What's nice is you're getting vacant, and it looks like it was updated pretty recently. So there are 2 Harrisons. There's 3 Harrisons. Okay, I got it down first. Hudson County. So what we're going to do, we're going to 4 bedrooms, 3 minimum, and then for max baths, let's just keep that big. 12 frame. So the cheapest 3 bedroom was 1,900. I think they all have a little bath actually. Baths, no, so it does have. What you got for 1,900? That was probably interesting. Still active 4 days. I think I like the funky sink. Decent comp. Let's go through that. See if we can find some right. So Hamilton is here. There's a 4 bedroom, 2,600, and a 3 bedroom that was rented at 2,600. 2,200, 3,000 of 3 baths, I think, under construction. So, this some technical difficulties. Make sure we're still connected. Okay. Excellent connection. Very good. Okay, with forms. Ensure for the two maintenance with each other. And what I need to separate okay, so in place 5.6 cap. Not the best deal that we've seen today. If we, I guess we can play with these numbers a little bit to see how much it changes things. I don't think it will change things too much. Let's see. Let's just see what kind of difference this makes. Yeah, it's still under a 6 cap. This is probably not the best deal. If you like how close is the city, if you want to live in one unit, rent out the other, get a nice subsidized mortgage payment, could move. It's a very nice property. Oh, you know what? Also, figure that out. Rush can definitely be without additional. Let's say 150. Probably rush. This is the kind of property where you really can finesse it to potentially find other streams of income. Harrison's a great town. It's a great city. Very close. A lot of public transportation options. Lots of places to eat. Lots of places to hang out. It's a good town. I do like Harrison. But it does look like 850. This doesn't look like the Oh, one thing I wanted to go over, ADUs, accessory dwelling units. So some towns are allowing basements and large garages or garages with lofts to be rented out as affordable units, like a low rent, additional space. Sometimes they allow it to be shops or storage area. It's an interesting thing that's happening in New Jersey specifically. I know that actually, the town of Princeton, home to Princeton University, recently allowed ADUs, and yeah, it's been helping both the folks who need so cheaper apartments, maybe smaller, maybe small studios, 1 bedroom apartments. It's helping folks who can only, are only looking for smaller, more affordable units, and it's also helping homeowners. You get to tap into another source of income. It can create, let's say, for example, if Harrison was open to ADU, classifying the basement apartment as an accessory dwelling unit, as an additional unit in the property, you would probably be able to rent it out for a lot cheaper than a 1 bedroom area. And that unlocks a lot of, an additional revenue stream for the owner, which will actually push up the price or the asking price of the property. If we can put in our little analysis that figure is 29, let's say it was 25 and then let's say you can only get $1,000. Let's say there's a cap of 1,000. Then at 800 comes in 7 cap. Boom. That unlocks a lot of and we gotta always remember it provides a very affordable unit for somebody who's okay living in the basement apartment. This is yeah. So ADUs, there's a. I'm really getting interested in towns that are allowing ADU structures. I think I'll put a video on all the towns that allow it and research and find out exactly how that affected the market as well as the values. Okay. We've been streaming for about an hour. As always, my name is Gal Cohen, full-time real estate agent and investor. You can always reach me on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. You want to see any properties, you want to run any deals, you want to run numbers, you want to just chat, you know where to find me. Well, thanks for tuning in.